as I close.
Contrast.
And then one a control no. When there's pressure, a baby na at the corner about when there's no pressure, na a close no. So we just had na ulusu sad na ma and me elastic beam. I feel a baby. Tinipan baby one ma so bo na yo.
A pin
One man or boss animal be.
And until so bonus saying, yeah, I subayon. Kofunya sa ntemunu.
And no me to be afosa.
Sa so munyai.
No.
Omunye.
Oh, say what say it to draw for bad breath. So when you call us.
Oh, so to funenya omu because omunyai.
Adia.
Okay, na munyai sa.
Me say
munyai sa. O yeso be ka sa so bi o yefunu adaka o. Aba o be say omunya no mba o mba
na doctor dia ma on.
Indirectly. What I say.
Yeah.
Obo koko.
The one man can. But say one for na say we no isia.
Okay.
And one before so what's the plan I carry actually.
Okay.
And the choice is yours. So obey.
And now
so
okay. Yeah, the end. For
the me can say gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, E. coli, Canada na ya dey to table. And what draw honum. So be wo be mamu na ba na ade a be mo draw na ya clear na ade afro.
Any scientific herbal and alternative medicine medical hospital. Omo number na gu so no 0277001234. Ebi ana wo de waye akonya bi. Ebi so ana opa futuo bi wo ho a.
Yes.
Fred Dr. Adams on one wa 0277001234 and 0241367349 0241367349 ko mistake ko fire rebi enya bia ma so sa yesuba so no hia mpa bo de obeboa Adams no be sa de
babo that one oba had him say how much be ana
okay
so oba had him
o de o mo mpa ma no na be tunofo afuto gwa so ye na ba e be bodro
the choice is yours.
Okay
we na bad breath na no aba
okay
we na truth pin na no aba
ene me bu a o mo se ana yesuba na ni jede ba wa kan mi say amanfo be
fa mo se de pa
okay all right Adam said that's it
Mr. That so me
that's it I mean shout na so low question madam oh okay all right boys no be brave no friend I'm but your mum Adams nyame 0277001234 Zach ye kono no ye be for kakra ne aba mboa
oh that bisa stage ya qualifiers no the World Cup qualifiers no dia ekoso na South America or the virtually I come last match that they will end and already know your teams now on qualify for PML World Cup no Europe so e be start here and e be so join it and for example game me share one between Sweden and Slovenia Jokeres versus Sesko and me share match na pa me share
Sesko she go na
Derby, by will make my assists on a mark the assisted a good money to
Dominic Tekano.
On
I'm a Wisak and I know one bench. One mum gra. Other fitness, Anna.
I want to believe, say, your friend just because of percent on your
national team, the Alice come man in 10 minutes. Yeah,
and say, maybe a minimum why one man will be. Maybe a man of friend who said, maybe back of friend. But I'm just a friend because of pursuing the love of integrity with
that's on ready, Anna.
Not fully. Coaches always say to preseason answer medical two without playing football and yep any officers and yep. We training say no more matches on fully fit. And you need games to be fully fit. If you get to medical send without playing matches, you are not fit. And you know, Ishak is training all right, so no training. But he or training fitness in the will be, but only match fitness. And at Liverpool, start at once. They will give him 1 or 2 games from the bench before integrating in Kankana or join the team. You know, some of the games very interesting. France star-studded team, and we are sure bench now. Dembele, we are not much in Ukraine. They won by 2-0 once again. Kylian Mbappe was on target, scoring the second goal. Now, in terms of France, all-time goal scoring, one Thierry Henry Abepe. Now he's chasing Olivier Giroud's record as the all-time leading goal scorer for the French national team. And Tenra almost with me a very good result. So to me, so what's the German national team now? And Nagelsmann coach after the game na o make in interview na brutal. I say over Germany my Germany players of from these are the best players they have locally and abroad. And what from? And if he will call the best available materials, now they will give such a performance there. And he will call the players now because maybe Omono will give 100% commitment to what these guys are giving. But he thinks that they are not committed, they are not giving their best. And says, one more official, they are the best in the country. Everybody say they are. And your friend of because he thinks that they will give their best. So, also a game against Slovakia, a game on confirmed match Germany by 3 or 4. And what the Germans were doing, Rudiger, I think say, means a German one still and a defenders be a Bruno Soa. Because if you watch Rudiger play, as he said, I said he's in the money perform. And I understand why we share even at club level now and no border military ball. And they were more you gather there you from one because I feel the check Oboe and then no other way. Just a gradually you from one. And that is a Germany, or Maya, to look at they should be lacking quality. But Osho set up now. Osho line up now. And where Hakakra. Now, no boy being able to right back Collins. Mintini Dinda. Yes, I be I mean, no, but said Germany, my pa, born there, say.
Nidin is a German for Dian and several Collins.
No, Minister, the Messiah
boy be Bob Collins, the asset. A Dino Mumna, Kefan Smith, I can't get a Smith.
No, and yet, said Nidino. I am sure they say Germany, say maybe on Madrid. Unsan Kamono, Unsan my boy, Dibia, Ebeshimano, how many people will know this boy? Because, like, Unsan Germany right back. And Kabamani, Real Madrid. Top class and an oboe by the he's about Frankfurt. But on non do high level, it seems so I think there are more a lot to do and qualifiers, even though Omunyon could be because this is just the first game that they play and a group that see they will qualify because a group that have Northern Ireland, Slovakia and Luxembourg. They will qualify. I don't bonus our group, one qualifies automatically. Number a playoff. And to over the level power, just 4 teams. Then 4 teams, one qualify automatic. Number play off. And you know, say Germany will qualify. Now be Biako and now, Michel Italy must so heavy. Gennaro Gattuso in the first game against Estonia, the first half, Italy for now, Omufisenka, they are going back to their old Italy team now because Omobra first half, they couldn't score against Estonia in the first half. And now I said Gattuso, one day in the second half in terms of substitution to get the team. In the second half, almost 5 goals in the second half alone. After say, Omo draw blank in the first half. Omo intimi Anshegu Raspadori, Retigu, Ebo hat-trick. I was how much in more. And Yamako and more. Montino Toto, Europa, interested by Africa. So we follow in the pa. Yeah, Morocco qualify you. Yeah, they book their ticket. One group and so a bed in pa. A baby, dear Congo, Senegal. I'm just Sudan. That scoreline takes Sudan out, Kakra. It's about 2 horse race. Dear Congo, lead 1 point. And I can say the next game, dear Congo, Senegal. So too. And dear Congo team. So one of your reason war. But we say, me as a friend. Now, no movie on interview, say France in you.
Oh, sir, you know France.
But today we are DR Congo ni.
Say ball na ball bonnet na akopie ho. Yes sir.
And to DR Congo ni.
Omo say hanom free.
No jabe.
There is a France one yam friend ho.
I am from one now you don't see yourself as Congo ni.
I wouldn't when you are born in France and raised in France. Ebia e kasa ebu ho DR Congo ho kra no nye ball ya konko do. Say ni po kem ye France ni azon gambo ni. Ye do we na.
Now yes you ho. True
Raised there.
And raised there true on me nim say ma me no me nim there do DR Congo ni no. True
So we kala ne dia at least papa ndio ebia.
So
Oh there be said na be na broni be ma wo ayi. Broni be ma wo diam wi sa.
anti ba that is calendar ba say papa le DR Congo ni. Then who decided to bomb France anyi. Oh yeah anyi. And DR Congo more a chance to play. I think them to maybe anke dru no in the public area should be both to say oh you are DR Congo today you are DR Congo because you got DR Congo passport. Without it unti mo you so unti nkuta two from FIFA games you before you play at that
Na say be change you allow you can change.
that be like
One bizaka master be boy.
no boy over Germany but I remember this one boy he refused didn't want mama Ghana and he said like you can't hold a friend saying
No, you can hold the two passports. You can hold the two passports.
Bebre na say se menyo won to omo Ghana passport no British.
Omukra US passport, almost Ghana.
Yeah, Bebre is
no, okay the German there no okay German mramum
they are German for now.
German mrano doesn't allow you to hold dual passport internal boy number and German there no mrano doesn't allow you untimi omontias
the boy is omo bobo Bebre go British passport se menyo British passport.
German there mrano na allow ma na happen. It was that group very interesting. The Senegal DR Congo group no. They be share the film.
So bad.
No too. Qualifies no guso e koso. Na for now no we head there na say omo mani abre no e ye adwuma omo mu di agro no so e di agro. Nti so hwemu a omo ma qualify so far. E bi di agro. Omo ma qualifies na Nigeria for so mu di agro pa.
Omo general.
Ombabone omno Rwanda.
The South Africa shit am at night.
Mother kwa drop players we.
Nti ase na say Nigeria match no.
Na so this second there's a play of BB
Second
Omo.
cry dia momo.
Almost 7 points.
To your normal shares some got 10. And there's a match and say investors. You're very, very careful. I want to share. But they say me to Africa, they say Morocco and any qualification, Paraguay, Colombia, Uruguay, Ecuador, Brazil, Australia, Jordan, South Korea, Uzbekistan, Iran, New Zealand, Japan, USA, Mexico, Canada, they also host too, and Argentina. The Tosha is it looks like South Americans, you know. As I'm about
Nigeria group na me
Herakra. But it looks like
so Rwanda no points some.
yes.
Oh, okay.
And their only hope is that FIFA South Africa 4 points for using on qualified player. On one hope this year.
Na say eti anyom na be almost South Africa 15 points. Some 35 3 and 6.
Tell you
Your mobile now Wednesday, is it Tuesday? South Africa.
But me just South Africa almost 15. Nigeria was 7. Now hope Benin no more 11 here they don't want
South Africa said Nigeria you moved to 10 points.
10.
Now with 10 points, in case of such a case, South Africa beat me move up by 9 because you lose 6 points. You lose the 3 points and
that's you don't qualify player.
no you Lucas na
South Africa.
Boy no one later now so I'm for the friends and
Other team manager.
so almost say my reason you know say almost my defense but
Nigeria so me ati omo.
so almost 2018 yet
When be o me fa so me ati South Africa.
Lesotho for mom na protest. South Africa na Lesotho the boy.
And so Lesotho so was 6 points.
Mo na ko protest.
No in players no so.
No, so these are the countries so far my qualifying. On say South America honey the done be for Colombia since 2018 Russia. Now in share them Colombia but now they are back James Rodriguez, Luis Diaz mo and now share celebration now. It looks like now the King celebration yeah be the new kind of thing dominate pa. So be shegu nana.
Sorry, but you know yeah. Germany has them there now region. I'm saying Holland too is the same.
Okay.
Holland too don't allow you to hold two.
Okay. Inti now mutu one who sa celebration ra Luis Diaz they are in China share James Rodriguez. The announcing Lami Yama de share no. In NBA obi say LeBron James tire pa. And one the last time Joao Pedro Eddie be share Cole Palmer. It's becoming a new form of celebration. South America on there. AI say AI cleared kakra Paraguay, Colombia, Uruguay, Brazil. So my no mu da ho kakra. Nti enchena omahu omo ba. And Asia no so to emusu ye bie. Is it Europe na afi no monzo ma afi no makeje agum kakra nti no. And Africa no so no nya Morocco awa
and Ronaldo be sifom.
Of course, you heard him so sifom because boys si pensu kakra free na no. Enti
O man gwara emu bi.
Oh. Eso keep fitness. No to eso keep
na dambu ni coach
no to eso keep fitness nti eno so ye de ho a ye de metie for nti so far so good. I mean Morocco exceptional performance. On the last time to omo bo omo modern pa now they want to see if they can have a repeat of such performance for Obi Manti. Omo ma we are seeing who say omo ye different. Kanam to there's one thing about the Italian team.
Yeah, for interest. In Germany you can now have the dual citizenship with Ghana now. Kwame Akwesieje, Dominic. Yeah.
Okay.
Now the old man go for and grab 2 passports. Collins here okay, ni di kan no. Was say African you. Ni di namdi bi di kan. Na Ghana ni bi as Nigeria ni bi. South Africa ni bi na
akọ ba ho na
I come for them kwa broche almost share monyam ka
there be them come see from pa ya cause you say Ghana for no bebre achiche South Africa for man je say I make sure say necessary pa moto Italy or Maya when it comes to defense I no montanya issues sir but say
24 Germany change
okay it's June the main
27th 2024
last year
and Germany change mumra
I see multi choice for agree to price reduction.
I must send the statement by no say nyano kro menim say
we no enya no
menim so me the fofra badia because enra
that way there
and buy answer no very
reaction is omo montiase menim say e bia we fofro so abadia
okay
bread na be chem to in 2006 and Italy J the World Cup. Na in 2020 ombeji the Euros. Na o check it adie ba kwa na say how the Italian team it has to do with the number of attackers our Italian team nikuta. It was about the French teams is here. You about Kylian Mbappe, you about Obise Desire Dio, Bakula, Osman Dembele, Michael Olise. On say they seems to have options in terms of attack as a top strikers or top forwards who are doing very well in their respectable clubs or respective clubs. In 2006, so the Italian team na dia ba ko na a major asset was the options in terms of attack. So Totti team Del Piero that back then in Juventus when you be say Luca Toni that time Fiorentina. Na waba be nyo bit say Filippo Inzaghi AC Milan when ya Quinta Udinese Alberto Galladino also back then were AC Milan. These were the options no mukuta wa attack so na Marcello Lippi bia be 2 no asho mo mbetena bencha no what say Italian team no they had asset when it comes to or more attack. So even the semi-final against Germany Del Piero free bench in the bio, the almighty Del Piero free bench, and the bio best side game room, and Momo share Germany by 2-0. Into now Italian team name bar, adding about some more bench near solid. Man, I say Mr. Tuo, Italy is not producing that top forwards, no, send any huni be no. And then Moiskin, and a retake any anymore at the moment. Last season he played well. Ritege played very well for Atlanta. Bonum last season. But so compare 2006 no and they compare and now in the last 4 years the top scorer for the Italian team Raspadori 8 goals and mom 4 years to 8 goals Raspadori no top target Sambren 2006 to Raspadori kasa team cranky and freno sa squad ya bubu there's no way I can be freno Filippo Inzaghi ya Quinta Luca Toni Del Piero no ababenya ebia 30 in this squad umbeho enti I think so one of the biggest headache for Gattuso and said that NBA any defense nessa about how he can get that numbers our attack no and they are sending yoma and not team need to miss from as usual we take a more 8 goals or scoring or 2 goals more skin it should be but I think say Italy as a nation now say Fabregas ye interview Como and I know Mubisa Fabregas said he seems to focus on Germany, Spain, and other countries for the young talents or they back home. And Fabregas, they say me too, just say, and yes, sir, about Italy, no, yeah, na so any Italian players in the bonde, or yeah, na so be cut down. I could fact top players, they about a Italian team, young promising players, on yeah, na so be yes, adian. But was such ya will never be based on the kind of qualities are up at their building any Como team. And I think Italian football need to come to that understanding and say they'll find ways of producing this kind of scorers again. Now they are not having that elite scorers. No to opa ye din pa we Immobile free hoa na say no ya dey with Italian team no ma. E ya din say see the last bare 4 years we can say ye top 5 forwards in the world. Any Italian player din be pim ho. Normally, they saw her Bastoni mo, Calafiori mo, they seems to be okay in defense in terms of the kind of names any players no more produce. Midfield, so Nico Barella, now Tonali, mo Finfinwa. This is positive. Sa double pivot, no. Ubetimi they compare Ubia. Ubetimi they compare England for double pivot. Ubetimi they compare Spain for no double pivot. Ubetimi they compare Germany for no double pivot. Ubetimi they France they compare. But can you compare the depth of forwards Italy no to that of other countries? Ana say England for neighbor no more Hurricane. England for neighbor maybe omo Jude Bellingham mo our final third no omo ben can say 18 more no can Italy boast of this particular scoreline and this particular asset and so Gattuso will have to find ways of doing that and now me pen a passion to clearly he's a no nonsense coach. First half now fana 5 substitutions mun ko pebe bintra ni emba be yaduma
similar na entity here.
Oh yes
can na go no betime develop here no.
Oh but I think say the passion betime aboa Italy for no
they're not the ball.
Oh yes also Italy for they based on that. No am say Bastoni ka say whenever you feel tired na uti weni na hu say e bia coach say Gattuso na yesa ne okoba no ne say ne why aggressive no ho na uso be kwa ba wuntimi ndi agro. So I like how the journey na starting against Estonia dem so too. This is not a year any
but almost
5 enye headache bia de ma any coach bia
5-0
na make say enye headache ma enye match I am hihie ne be bad here but moving forward when you meet the giants no that's why you be called to the party. So too ade ba ko esi hu ne say yenye area national team players no be breaki records are atetifo na setting nyina yenye time enti anya mo wa say enche ubeko all the major national teams ubo say players here were yenye generation from 2005 hoba no na be all time top scorer dey among most of the national teams. Why I cry you because they say the great Diego Armando Maradona Lautaro Martinez more goals than Diego Armando Maradona of Argentina.
So no goals.
But I'm just trying to paint the picture. So I have France. Near catches Olivier Giroud, top scorer, all timer. You'll be surprised, Kaka. The advantage for players say there is more national team matches than back then. First, now national team matches, no be abenyano, 2 major competitions. And abebo. Even qualifies no crana emum B8 say. On the first and qualifies say be about 6 matches be wako World Cup. Say Copa America crana be qualifies na 1 match be knockout be no abona woko. Say Euros enye bebre. But say with the introduction of Europe, for instance, the Nations League, the expansion of the World Cup qualify, there's the expansion of even World Cup matches and Euro matches, you know,
Okay.
and even other friendlies are available for players of young generation, you know, on Baba sign or Munyana. But it will raise the question about the greatest. It will raise the question about the greatest. And to I love how Lionel Messi ended a year the World Cup qualify match in Argentina. No, I think say idea as I say Portugal players ne ko ekusunya kakra free Argentina for no. Moto. So we have ball now Julian Alvarez nyai no. And his decision to send a cut back to Messi. Say Messi in chipo ball nko to atenem. And the general mood of the Argentine players. The general aura around the Argentine players now. Moto. That is what now Messi was starting a career with Argentina no like. And I'm so happy say a baby be woo aneso. And yes Messi ni bobo. But now Benebra nebe who Argentina ne hone soye. He now had players who are ready to accept that we are working for this particular man.
Okay,
but
so
two
that's
things
it.
you know
Thank
say
you.
you know was cutbacks sir. Certain players in certain positions would have decided to shoot and score. I'm happy for Messi. Me too. Argentina is still one of the favorite or the favorite for the World Cup here boy in 2026 because of one thing: unity and understanding under one leader called Lionel Messi. Mr. Otuo.
Na call another.
What do you know now?
Small boy.
So it's on in the US. Okay, joining with US.
Oh, someone will come. Eh, no, Jibo. Yankwe na.
No koko so aka ma qualify na mo ayede na ye na sisi am say any da so na so ate kakra o si en ka say but so ate kakra other than na me ka kire o say ade ba ko aba Ghana to me ba Ghana asase so mehu ne say obo say obi bi ni stadium wato ne sa Blasters ye kwa na ya hye obi ye we wato ne sa Blasters ye kwa na ya hye nto say ubeka Thursday no ye kama ache no asem na me gina saade no so pa say we should be careful. Am kwaka so see be win game na just by a long goal but ye hwe ayi chart for ni. Enra European qualifiers na course no. Minim de bamzotu ede ne ma France any Spain any France any ne Spain etimi ko tournament na omumienu akohia at a certain stage say the last European Championship no mushia was the semi-final or quarter final na Spain ashe France ne asabe bo Euro for tournament yo Nations League na France ni Spain ashe na Spain ashe France film so to enwanwa eno chese ball no nye players awo nko an na edibo because se me hwe France national team ni din a ewiase a yewe nei me nye sure se country bi was asase so wo players chen France so to hwe no mo first 11 Mike Mignon na da post nim Jules Koundé and the ball right back Lucas Digne left back Upamecano ni Konate two center backs Koni Manu ene Tchouaméni and the ball omo na two de midfielders no Bakoli Mikel Olise Desiree Dio and Kylian Mbappe.
Are they the best
Yes.
in the world?
Yes.
Abubu di bu amfim echire oni center back ne wan wan.
Omo center back no e Upamecano ni Konate. The Inter America so mo ye best ni tie. Oko France bench na mzutu eno mo Ousmane Dembele. Not bench. Dembele ye no not bench. Afi amanfo se fa Ballon d'Or ma no. Andra Rabiot not bench enra. Malo Gusto not bench. Benjamin Pavard our World Cup winner and the Champions League finalist with Inter Milan at the bench. Kepran Thuram at the bench. Marcos Thuram at the bench. Hugo Ekitike at the bench. Lucas Hernandez at the bench. Theo Hernandez at the bench. Last season, the best goalkeeper in the French leagues, Lucas Chevalier at the bench. It's for more bench and for more first 11. No. Naturally, more Maya or more players to say France. Unyebi. But this French team, a tournament, no more disappointed. Before say bread same to two. So about the 2026 World Cup we no more intimi anya. Yes, they have been closer. The last World Cup omo final against Argentina and Argentina for sure more penalties e win here. Omo intimi anya the 2026 World Cup a. Eso muja did the shambo achiri. No more call manim. Because with the talent when you since I will take you over the national team. It's similar to the story of Roger Lemaire and Emi Jacquet. This French team, after winning the World Cup in 2018, the next tournament, which was the European Championship, is France. Because Emi Jacquet do 1998 World Cup no host year no. The next major tournament, the European Championship, and Netherlands and Belgium host year, and Italy final no year. This should be a dominant national team. Because the kind of talent they are producing. Should be to say Olise. See, I can't best players in the game now. On my conversation, but anytime I'm Zotobe Olise Bia, he is there with the best. Olise, there be all more so many boy. When the bobo no ejina baby fako. By your money di. I think it was a good resource, especially two influential players and they will team anymore. Olise and Kylian Mbappe and she goes no at the Emma. Italy, we need 5-0 against Estonia. 2 goals from Retegui, 1 from Raspadori, then Moiskien, and to another one from Bastoni. And then Italy now 5 goals. Nobody can say no credit, but one thing is to sure say national teams who say no. So for be a national team, okay, my example. The current Spanish national team are the European champions. When it comes to talent and quality of players, and you equal to a team of the 2010 World Cup. No, maybe Esopa, like it to no national team. No, you will never. Dean Hoyson, Nomad, Cucurella. Ose. Time Moji World Cup no. No mo goalkeeper na friend Casillas. Casillas at every single point. So Obetia make debate. Arguably the greatest goalkeeper of the game. Obetia and easy. They no bomb right back near friend Sergio Ramos. O de Cap de Villa ni Cucurella there. Ho de betimi aye. By Piqué ni Puyol. En FIFA mo Alonso. Omo Xavi, Omo Iniesta, Omo Fabregas. And the Spain attackers was like to one to say David Villa, not Fernando Torres.
And now it is so be
why?
Boy number 7.
Boy then.
In Barcelona boy
Lami Yama. Yes, everyone the make case.
Zubimendi to say
David me bacho. Men fan ko Hong Kong ko fa samuma. But as something you say at this level, they have one of the best. But what the question there,
Nico Williams,
it becomes a problem. The problem with Spalletti and SM22, Italy, yes, I am not talking about the youth tournament. So what the last bare 4 youth tournaments, I believe in that under 20 years. Italy participating in their worst has been the semi-final. It's when it comes to producing young players, there are no question marks. But sometimes finding a right system for a team, and also national team is mostly I am building on the strength of club or yet dominant to Krumo. It's Italy at this time. No matter share Inter Milan. What is the strength of the Inter Milan team? Back 3. So one more Inter back 3. Now go in the back 4 system. Di Marco untimi mo, Baxoni untimi mo. But to get the best in the these players, and these players are more influential in the inter system. They also pushy towards system now a bit me SU2. It sometimes it limit the selection of the Italian national team. So for Italy and there, when it comes to the attack, their strength when we pick players from the Italian Liga, hey, I'm wingers. Napolitano last season was Napoli. Zaccagni, Ossolini. Ossolini as a winger scored like 15 goals in the Italian Serie A last season. but okobo in a 3-5-2 system a he na be suit Solini time Italy kwaji the European Championship under Mancini na Chiesa Immobile the whole tournament as the lead man. Immobile the whole tournament to touch one goal. Italy top scorer was Federico Chiesa and he nobo or a winger. Iti Oma finding almost between system and how you select your players. But Enra there, I think Gattuso got it right. Even though it's too early. Se Ubo Moiskin and Rotegia. Rotegi was last season capo cannonier, the top scorer in the Italian Serie A. Dodinechi was Moiskin. Ken share 19. Rotegi share 25. And was starting Omumienu. Italy Medford, Obobarella, and Tonali. Yes, they are good. But against size Amizotomo level no was no. Want me more Barella and Tonali as the holding Medforders. Obebre. But against Estonia, been a coach Ikoye. Yene Chad. Now we two defensive midfielders. Chad. Then they say we could share Morocco. We have about 5 defensive midfielders. That was the issue with the Italian national team. And I can say it's too early. But when it comes to goal scoring, I can say, whilst Rotegi share 25, Moiskin share 19, Ofobiso Solini share 15, Lorenzo Lucano Napoli share 12, Pinamonti crash 10 goals last season in the Italian Serie A. It's how you find the right balance. Say the Bayam to Obama players in our especially players on more form, Obama Mabon with many resource. Mamimra Africa kaka, but before me about Africa, no, they said the debate now sorry gidi Argentina. Who is the greatest Argentine footballer of all time? After Yawadane the Corso, River Plate Stadium, a month for Fusela in the last game of Bobo at the Argentine national team wearing the blue and white jersey of the Argentine national team. Was a moments here very important. Or more emotional history, no. Okay,
debate here now.
Debate to Hopa. Moments are very important.
The guy debates the greatest Argentine
footballer of all time, yeah.
And you met we there.
Sana Uhuno.
This will be our sender.
Where my man Kasim Joe.
Now
2006.
Nadia the greatest player. And achievement. 2006.
Sa ko di wo team na
league back no
qualify for their first World Cup no. Zoto. Okay, time omudu Abidjan. Na omukobo their last game was it against DR Congo. E ho no mko qualify no. Omudu Abidjan no. A Drogba di kan pie no. Amanfo luku beyond World Cup no ma qualify because that moment na Cote d'Ivoire ntokwa ho. Enti soldier for do mututu. That particular squad ebe remain in the history of Ivorian football as the greatest squad. But also man Cup of Nation, that generation. Shomon Beje Cup of Nation. Say ya Maradona ni Argentina sewa. Mizuto, there is one moment Argentines will never forget. Aside Park Subobo. And that was the Falkland War. Which a course between England and Argentina. England defeated Argentina was our way in 1982. The only way Argentina for full so much home 1986 World Cup na Maradona didn't say go the hand of God. It's anytime omu Diego Maradona biano, omu Maradona so munyame. Eno ko so amu so to mote Maradona sorry wa Argentina. So tell me chance. It is sometimes moment bi o ha edura so to anase sia nipa bebre na omu remfi and because of say the CC no ye be kai wa forever. But eba park ne so dia when you talk about consistency and achievement, Maradona even with the Argentine national team, no any consistency with the Argentine national team. So he 86 and 1980 World Cup. Majority of their qualifying games, how many called the 1984 World Cup no. Maradona until say emu ye dem Argentina and obebo mom go show Australia will play off no and the bad 1984 World Cup. But when you talk about Lionel Messi on the pitch there, Mzoto, he has achieved more, giving Argentina joy because Copa America Crano is to Diego Maradona when we need for the Argentine national team. Omoje 93 no so retire and son no back beam. It's on the pitch there. Lionel Messi has achieved a lot for Argentine national team. But and then America say sa war no and the hand of God go now. Muhu say ya bo Argentina England for so park so aside omudi to abesi so aboye. Aji asase Argentina for claim say yo modia no. that Diego Maradona performance in 1986 especially against England no it's
Okay.
what Argentina for trima kopim say so to Nyankopon beba it won baby angle ni mienu ne free
man mama angela bam
ada ne amangla bem
na dey difference minim de minimum a mote ha mo ka ye tibi se e ka se na no e ka e fense Ballon d'Or ye ka ho anyina de wo ye o park so na e de ma o afa de mo free park no so akọ ayi moment
mama example maybe more example BCC
wada ba be ka sem fo wa we
maybe more example BCC
Messi ne ma do de din ye betiti bi na ye hwe ne matches be 4 bi
there be o
any World Cup me ba bo bi akọ World Cup mienu bi eno ya de ho asa
say you throw the history of me fancy
league groje back up league
sports in Kumasi
eh
eba you
World Cup winner
throw the history of sports in Kumasi mid morning sports here and the abeji dia obi be sports officer mid morning see you can the genesis e be sometime edin o meba obi beba be ye de chen wo but because we the originator sa de ne beto amanfo trima till thy kingdom come so to the mention I say but ebi obi aba be ye e was that time now we started so we no crowd than there now we
20 years after you
exactly
a team
and say
yeah ka o na de buy na o na acha
yes me say na magase say ofa ball ne nko ade a he has achieved more with the Argentine national team and I think Wizoto and Keka trophy sukra anka he has achieved more with the national team than Maradona but sometimes he bring in and say so to them say
of Maradona e bo na baso
me hu o man am
Messi die
omukura players omuntimi manage omu players te say Nigeria man
that see wa Nigeria omzo makofa coach o
me hu bita
akwa no so hu so
and omu problem no
onyare no mo pamo no
oh no onya de so ya they did the Cup of Nations
say World Cup qualifier no
that guy ya Ivorian me wa
yeah
qualifiers no the reason why Mali are here
qualifiers omo ball with 3 coaches o
Nigeria
yeah 3 coaches
Mali no omo start with coach na come Nigeria no and na emfa I don't pam ko fa Gambia coach no oba no win match na
na say you could be Bobby was it a Olise of
Nigeria o me ka Mali coach
no me the Nigeria say na me
say me che ntutu chafe on na akọ ma Nigeria
the Cup of Nations o ya de
ma o mo ka qualifier na aje
the Nigeria attack Victor Osimhen Ademola Lookman Simon Moses omo Abraham TV Toku Oroku Dari Baba Wolves Belgium say last season Belgium league no say 25 goals Samuel Chukwueze say over by African standard this attack is the best attack currently on the African continent see Ebobodia even their midfield is up there with the best Franco Yenka Renfried Ndidi Deli Bashiru
ebi abre
o say
ebi abre kakra
enye bre no ma bre ho ma na bre aba me to say Ndidi we Ghana ni anga still oboy national team ye nyanyi Jordan dia say Ndidi super Ghana obebo ana me bo basi owo Fulham ma mo even you wo bi and they were Fulham
oh almost all boys who the first
Ola Ina yes eti when you pick the Nigerian team and your team am to more lucky players I didn't know more struggle because of their decisions almost are similar to here there especially when it comes to almost choose the right person to lead their technical area and no na Nigeria problem World Cup qualifiers almost to almost struggle but now they do or die
so Rwanda so Nigeria was story view
yes and then
qualifiers be Rwanda disturbed them
yeah
and maybe few years ago Bekaya
yeah
and they have a good team too
very good team you to you do
or Nigeria
you do or die
also an answer by decide I say almost struggle
yeah but also Osimhen so makes most of their qualifying games but he's back until we took Osimhen presence in the crowd to send a message but my Nigeria 2-0 was our game Portugal will win against Armenia Ireland and Hungary so to go both teams Austria and Cyprus win for Austria San Marino and Bosnia and Herzegovina Bosnia will win Latvia and Serbia double chance for Serbia England they ball against Andorra England will win that game Nigeria and Rwanda a win for Nigeria a yes our game in the Monti Zoto and that's also a quite busy day when it comes to the World Cup qualifiers but 4 p.m. let's have a TV home me the many be halata so game with you it's Nigeria for etimi ye bi
Wa mu na yi.
oh super sport be
Se do ni ntwam.
one etwam ah
Se Sam George ntwam.
umi enye sports
Okay, tete na black and white na hwe
mumi enye
ade be na video ani mo babo revenue so ha
yeah me who say we no start here tax
ma wo zo chire eza man for DSTV for ko test law na we said the omo ye
Ghana court.
So there's no law. There's no law backing what is
okay
I'm mumra bia so now no aba say my example bi
Zajo as I support DSTV
let me support am but still aba say my example because say dokono amututi obrom na afa mbo 7 cedi die afi atisa ma bra 500 still na no 7 cedi dokono obi akofo so mo ko je o this is a luxury uni bi akotro
one funny e bi de obi de na o say the same loss na Nigeria for they for sure mo teso no say
how much so bi o Nigeria da
oh yes Nigeria for there no
like esi wo baby omo sa na omo pressure mom de buy
oh okay
you see the difference omo say Nigeria no
omo threaten omo
they unsubscribe who say the only way you can do what we are doing here in Ghana here is
Ghana jare
David
Nigeria
I go to go carrot name
unsubscribe mo ever say pam DSTV
from Nigeria who say Nigeria that is the guessing
question me say me DSTV matwa na 1 year afi ba ko nje ma ko mo be 3 months nti aka be say
7
there be 1 year
aka be 9
ka 9 months na me fan say ne mzuto bebo be 12 na wura Sam George tumia o mampani dia mani na NCA for hye na sin na ya ye na ya tum na DSTV amabie ma nti mi amatwa 1 year na bisika na mede na msaka
DSTV for na no more contract
ebe she
enya force maje ne dey
on say force maje between we need DSTV
when DSTV for na contract anya force maje
force
Dabi me ni DSTV sign contract no man ka say onko breach bibi ma o man no ka say onne e wo man so
na we breach dey
so on breach wi anya o mami
because
no breach
anya o mami o mami
o breach ya dey buy ono since on no a course our contract now on a determined price so that's part of the contract
and what come metua
eba o determined price no provide the service so there's a third party no ba
breaking news
e do no no pa
multi choice deadline extended
o ma say extend ya mo
deadline say more up till September 21
say the adeno ya extend ya che say boga ku di Sam George
say
why no extend still they say there
and I was say reasons na dey call you no and you can say DSTV time o increase more prices na almost 30 the dollar rate in this annual no. They say the problem I say find yourself they say time I started this argument through the minister Sam George I know make the claims be say dollar na DSTV for gina so no and the dollar is at 10 cedis
and
tabren and the dollar is at 10 cedis time amutum no na say dollar na 14-15 and because of that into mutum and as Sabrina Sam George starting there what 10 and then the dollar na do 12
to omo ka so omo nyisi di ni no
so what the me say it is Sabrina as Sam George starting ni no enyo ma sesa me dey any say so 2 years
kai jata stop
okay then feeling brutal
but me dey any say
but onye diplomatic
yet is why
yeah said they send the other businesses away from higher
yet is why but dey me dey nyina ne say some bedum no dey ka dey me dey betwa nsa am tire mo
and also subscription
because me benefit the mama no because me niam bibru na me jai dey me nya we wo mfi na me jai sane man so na bo me kapa
and I want say me to say omo cost increase prices na subscription so take
yeah
unsa
yeah
it's ye way betimi dey account o money say na see am ko fam TM for yi buy am say bundle yi me to Oto ya utua for almost 400 Ghana.
I don't know.
Eh 3 to speed e kono.
We say boat.
Because on say no.
Oh yeah, no ma question, no ma
And we are no ayake to abi o. Se me kura me phone ya.
Afọ so lo ate
Me kura me phone ya. Eno me du fie.
Ah, we dig so no
Me du fie na kane na start e bobo nani. Eti wa na me phone ya. Ho na me share qualify sin nyina. So tell me say. Eti if data less expensive. Ebema DSTV for no so no. Ama for best start so mu use so because na Android na ayi
there should be competition.
Eti yenti data no so. They say Starlink. So Starlink omu kura the best when it comes to data. Very expensive. It I think the government no once year try to push DSTV so mo bete omo yi ni so no. Ye ma sa nyoma we bi so accessibility ni nye quite affordable kakra.
But it will generate a discussion.
Oh yes, why not?
The awareness
Yeah.
that he has been able to create.
Oh say he's
Yes, no answer or quiet 2 money answer.
Is almost 2 months.
or fight a good cause.
Yeah.
Especially at his ministry. The enti amen person me dey na asem. Ebe kwa kwa rent control for asem ne say. Sam George, enyo no ne na kwato rent control to fight.
Obi also no ye na ade.
Yes, enti
because the entertainment ma so ni ba cross entertainment.
say what they mention as it he's fighting a good fight at his area. But me dey say I don't like his approach.
Yeah, but I not here.
Oh say
enye yi kura.
That's him.
Babo,
Tama.
Unisika.
Yefa we kakra gu na.
That to yes an e kan.
Ya kan say.
Jakito.
Eye necessity.
Jakito.
Sorry, eye lazy.
When yeah DRTB luxury. You call this luxury.
Eye no say no.
Eye necessity o. Eye necessity.
I've developed taste meba.
That is
Meba. We develop taste. And the second aduane nyina luxury.
Dabi.
Because me nya
Aduane nyina.
Me pese be na kame na mo.
Me ma ready zade na ma hwa. Se na otwi ni a me hu go cards me da me na.
Enti no.
Enti
pe ho akade.
Eye dey da say ye bo match kra na wo ko video se.
No na esa wo hwe.
Awu rema hwe the hit kra wo ho.
Eno e necessary.
Ah people dey
Oni sika la go dey.
Unisika.
Last December Manchester ne.
Ball ye bo ka okudi park.
Message na so.
Kwhwe.
I'm
force wo se be hwe di DSTV.
And that game obi obi am so obi anye bibia. Bibia no e force.
Sunday.
But the point is that
Edan.
Ghana
Where did you handle
Ghana ye to abama aban.
Sa na tie.
So mra.
Uni bia.
No meboa ye.
On force o.
Aban beboa ye. Na aban se me man for. Say dom si tua ade no. Me de compare that say a president ko hiem. Ewo say AU say dio ni edi nkoma edi nkoma obi so me dem nkrofo no mtwa 20
Na me
so de otua 80
etua
na ba se dem mu sisi en ada na obi atua sei ni edi atua sei oba say lazin to apere na na ka ne go plan
Munja hwe.
ye nya de hwe
Amunja hwe.
So me.
Wait.
that's how they can
Munja hwe.
that's why
then empower your give alternative to your country. I think
international we yen fi mu ana.
yeah nya nza
Matena.
yo kan nza ne ka
Sir, the discussion we any when the dollar no cry back from dollar back from port ebia dollar na drop wo obet me importing him. You could say people were said the discussing said dollar na drop no enye sustainable. And they say as a businessman I don't won't take advantage say dropping. Na on for imported the only be import say yes sustainable and you how you are benefiting. It is like into page say DSTV no drop it na utua ebia 200 Ghana into umpe and I say you are comfortable with because of who was kentino you are comfortable with 800 Ghana
wa fans say Ghana
Mejai.
wa fans obi ata ba yo obi an wetu mejai
Eti usu jai. Mejai usu jai.
Oza de ba kwa ayi to metina ayi kodivu akaka de ba kwa mission ya ne say there are certain things obi a oti kodivu bia easy to access.
it's $100 near 13
easy to afford too.
Eduane.
Eduane atare hye ka wo befa bibia no more alternative so to mention I say and there is a price control unit not to say someone enforce prices on
one makes sure the right price
but omo make sure say omo situation no mo no o ko fa bibi na wo de ba Umbo tumu bebre. Ema na ma. So what the mention say?
That's why from regulators.
It is anyo money be. Te say na say a.
They regulate everything.
Na say a finance minister.
And
Bank of Ghana insist say there should be a fixed dollar rate at the port. A fixed dollar rate at the port. Because say a fixed dollar rate, especially for a particular period, a boy businessman no. It's there be
a port no dollar and
yeah, all planning. Oh, na say it is say be a me no enter negotiation. Maybe a also obeje usikani in dollar. The first thing say there should be a fixed rate.
Yeah. Because
say anya a fixed rate ye ko ye nim no wo na wo dollar no usisi me. But the same adwuma na so na wo ye dey. Wo ye ma me bibia sesan. It most times when me negotiation be and the dollar ye am to osisi se e ko 13.
That no be.
Eno ye Gaddafi mo. Gaddafi mo na wo sa.
$1 no.
Abochi.
Oh, no, abochi no $1.
Eh 12 because dollar no ye hu se betia konani ma na chief for some period no. E bi am so ye nyina 11 cedis. Na ye 11 no. Ti metua wo dollar na metua e bi am metua cedi equivalent a metua no to 11 cedis rate no. Eti me fu say sa nyoma ni nyina na ye kɔ ye nim no. O ma na esi esua.
All right.
So te me chana say. Me dey na dey ha me na say me tira
MPP Zakito should stop the MPP agenda.
Oh.
Ghanaians are solidly behind Sam George. He's just doing cheap MPP agenda. I don't say that's the problem. That's the problem people have. Me share that I'm kind. On say Ankoma ye kan. Obi die na ni odi we nyina ye political. On say who start a man for man is as a Ghana no. Bibia ye obi o NPP ni NDC. Ya dia ye pa hwe na enya hwe ahon ba asema ye ka no. Was it exactly to can MPP agenda? But MPP woman yes.
By the way, say
I say we have MPP obey.
What is it say do weekend ah? DSTV. DSTV. Busy.
Yes.
And even a year you couldn't come.
Oh yeah, a man be on demonstration pa.
DSTV say DSTV
a man go vote krunum. A man go vote krunum traffic kakrai. Most have a moment be.
That go bo. Na nya sports na DSTV no.
Oh no, na na. So na need you know.
E ho na need you.
Obi an ka say you.
Eti no unni sika tena fie. Obi an for so.
The ba for young go na. Ntina kwanti.
Eje kwa man for alternative. It is am your mumpe.
Oh. Anya unni sika tena fie.
Alternative baba.
Anything.
So Ghana dey no munya na man for Nigeria.
Rich is making a political, which is also a politics. If the minister has anything to worry about, it should be the awful telco services around at the moment. Those are necessarily not some cable TV. Nana Bewa. Also, yeah, but what we in any
so on the remember the fear platform before.
Maybe I Lami Adam.
Lami na ba
Lami. Oh yeah. Lami Adnan.
No,
okay.
The tenants put the landlords into sleep as has are the new democracy champions, beating Olympics 1-0 and dethroning Kotoko. Tama. Enra. Say no Kotoko na defending champions.
So now they are not the defending champion again. And then only one is in
Oh, Sakito.
But the throne they has there. As omuko bobi ni asom.
Tama. Intense pressure mounts on Ibrahim Sanidara to apologize for labeling Kofi Adams as foolish and calling him to shut up. Top NDS gurus insist he should do that by Monday. Tama after the heat in Ayekese. Say, oh, kutitati.
Now, one another signing in the Simo a platform bison. Platform biso. No, as a Zoom call, be waken.
Sporty for the friend. Zoom.
Anagan is all managed team the other. Oh, okay.
Oh, one in the
you are just a commentator. I don't say, now you, who are you? What about border?
Oh, okay.
What's all about that?
That wasn't fair from San.
One in the
You are just a comment.
You know, because what's all about that? Say, yeah.
And also on it, Kurt, we are too much.
I say, yeah, blaster. So I say, well, now we are.
I'm going to tell you about Kata. I was going to you.
Oh, I'm not the only. I'm not the only. But I'm for a son who you
So,
I would different platforms. And I say, I did 50 bands in the Koya Navy. On
the same platform.
50 year. Was with the minion, but as a man can answer be senseless.
There's no sense.
Or say senseless.
Tokuro.
Yeah. That's my man. Madam for no.
People are picking out a Chris. Come on, which one?
Chris Whitting.
I'm not funny. The Twitter basani. Chris about back match be an about say, oh, you should wear the be so on yadi was so, and you know now almost say if you are able to label Chris so was then you have the boldness to come and defend a Otuo Acheampong.
I'm saying,
No, he's not. I know.
Say, I'm going to force
Alice, what one manager he kakra minister. Whichever way you take it, there's a debate, there's an argument. And we won't go for GD, so say. A soldier for a tea or salary, so no, some people believe that. That woman,
some of our
that's all we are.
Ghanaians are for the first time. No, make this argument about Nilante situation. It was party in the position.
Yeah, but this is a party.
But where virtually the party is backing Kofi Adams. And there's no pressure on him
at all.
Send no pay, Baba Isaka on the cabinet. A minister Biakasa or say the free so ban.
I see we.
Combasat to be one count.
Anyway,
Baba Itana me go to know.
Met my culture or say, Pen Comoy, I got it to tea beneath. You bought qualify New Year. Who say, you see the word government, and I say, when I say the ministry will tell the GFSA Ghana will not go to the World Cup for Tuado.
Says you didn't know to Ado so bad.
Almost he's not fit for purpose. Yeah. And the anti say,
every time I go to Eska, and you know,
into the Baba Kano, Majedi. Say,
time any renew in the country, under this government, and a previous one. Okay.
Into near war,
no World Cup qualifiers or top group there. And a man among you now, World Cup and a woman in qua.
And I make a wake up no more.
But who qualifies over
your boy? I said, your boy, wake up now, dear. I must say, he's not the coach to take us to the World Cup, and they're most likely so on here. Indeed, Elvis, Hesi Herman, and Elijah Kambi are putting pressure on Sani Sumara to agree on out of court settlement in the NCC elections case at the High Court. Crunch meeting on Monday.
As I quick is Gradom Coco Tombe to actually.
Who's some Coco Tombe? And I feel my friend say, out of court.
Those says I Ghana for the Anna. That's okay. Indian say there's an election committee. They've gone through process and cleared people. What's a me Coco Tacopen?
Tama Menya ni claims.
What the elections committee now, against the constitution of the
chapters. Bylaws, yes.
Which constitution says what?
Almost say one chapter. Won't mean nominating nipa more than 2. Say omume jina for a national position. But chapter 35. Edi nipa miensa. And Aba. Kobe Jones, Aminu, and a Forsen. Nti alam pai no. No muko change force and there. Say force and or chapter 74. Omuko he chapter 74 no. Na force and any member.
And this is a force and number disqualifying. I said, but I'm saying that you cannot hold the election if and may be acquire you pinpoint the wrongs and the elections go on.
I'm say for instance, bylaws and say 2 weeks to the elections. Say we know the pictures no keka ho
Abon
no e ba bontin na aka days to the election na abon no still e ma bontin enti so we are contestant when na oko campaign kura kire ni say omra meto abanfa ma wo and na bibia kire say nya de abon no na omo de beba enti say omo acte a nanka e ade a wo hu ni say ebeko e de atia wo omo so ho enti eno so e ya ade ba kan o gina so a e ka some of the reliefs na o siki na ho enti me de me tete no yes alaja kan bia frɛ no eno anwumre ofrɛ no
so peace pipe
say yɛhwɛ na
peace pipe
Going say Odikan petition in the elections committee.
oman fi no
And ma Otuo Acheampong de court.
omo petition ye me so omo share na omo to ni sam na to
court
na
no
mo
so
ta ba na sa
kene yeah
next oman court no oman court no
Then a court.
enti abara wakofa ayi o ayi nkrabe fa that as a lawyer
okay
enti the chambers na afiri minim so no na be court no de bia wo say no ma we
is there juniors na
ya no soma
juniors na be ko omo ma we school go from
say they no soma na o ma ye
as the when age ho say oh yes
there be many nye ho
so this
na can pese elections ne baso because we na hangi ache
akwa bi na onum so o wen na agoche na chima
and then me nya opportunity ni san ni kasa he
sa so ago friend
me my friend me ni na kasa
what is saying on the kind of lawyer
and then me nya opportunity ni kasa na me hwehwe na me hwehwe na me nya
kwa na ade je so ago friends on your day
se me pese me tie na sem
o go send to kukutu pa se me nya se be every court
me pese me tie na sem ye
man na logical conclusion
pese me tie na sem ye ti no me hwese bia se Monday no ombenya ahia na ya hu die be pie fi mo
all right yanko anyway
ya nti mpacho
okay Reverend
kakra we ha
na ye be ncheche na say we ya bi na afa yanko
oh we dey quick GPL ye
Ghana Premier League
and I think say na man dey plan any discuss wa ha with the number of players I sign and e kwan ye see release o mo bom no I say cry ye has assigned be 15 ko be 14 e be 17 entina me hwe de be na na ma sa numbers ne control and na de be na ma after the season ne assign time I work in kind name the first year bemu ye the data
Brian John go ba for some best up so good.
Yeah, most of the time the money basa the data on say ye ha no data ho den say player be that player be data edin on like elsewhere yet miss scout a player for be a year or two who says say player we otimi ABCD it will moving about club man all this information but here there's data no entire available. It is a player been open and most of the time I'll be here say wo ni na share but elsewhere we bet menya I'll be bet my gather data for a year or two intiama ebia say team be Ghana na open number 2 you could see say the player no be kwakofa no or your player we strictly number 2 but sanka ebia who follow player no na obi gather ne ho
in the absence of data there are other things you can do. They employ 4 people and call them scouts to monitor or listen.
Say no say the next the scouting cost. The cost involved no. To say ABA your club of Belgium or scout to Africa. Africa no so or the nipa no so sub scouts I will be West Africa Ghana so ba ko ha. These are all costs by no ye ntimi sa cost no.
No locally GPL now can. And the young coaches in the o man bay. Ope be me ensa bia se Ghana de salaries na de enya hu
cow
Wrong
now I'm monitor
okay
data is
clubs in Europe no aside the munya the data of the player no then no ma compare the first hand information on the player the first hand then say almost scout to stadium on wash no said information on munya about the player no ene o mote park so no
na
it's a problem in United. Those say if you don't do investment, and then so no football no.
And ye niema yi because minim sanda Dr. Sapona Emma say farm events coach up and coming coach Ben Moye Jumano player no you monitor them you move to venues now so a list of 20 players so number 2 now opa o monitor be 4 undru season now will be I agree with that's why they sign the cost a chance and go over scout no if you sack 15 players Zika saying and how the man they go for a report about the players and they have coaches no so I said and also the coaches don't know the players
don't know them well
to one I got sign number 2 be a breno I feel know how to use the player
and also they said they can omutimi na say bia Zakito no pen timi hwe number 2 but otimi san bo ebia 6 bi ka ho it all like say ye kofa number 2 fast 6 no omo betima nya ebia player ba ko bia oye utility bia ada kanji obebo center back otimi san bo DM those name no say we nya ebema wo be 15 players obi agina ba ko but ebia obi benya ebia players for
another cure is the sporting directors no so mo pebi no mja coaches no mgwa to players no
one
Ghanaian class should start that one said the sporting director on the team num for 5-10 years and the coach we ban no yes a change na we na mpe we na mepa won ti ase
che so no na kofa say issue ba memma example bi you football is a but we are very expensive. The club be to play on person boka. Even when player never na nkoya. We say ni sika na odi shame no, na saka. Typical example ya Darwin Nunes and Liverpool. What the time Liverpool got Darwin Nunes from Benfica. Sika omutua ye. Omu make sure say so obekọ kra na omu sika na omode kwendo omu nya bibi kakran firi. Yeah, Hano, to say the mindset of football clubs or Ghana, Hane say, the player never, not even say 1 season, one meet club in the standard, I ain't trying to contract with no. And when I may checks be, when him say, I stand to be corrected, but my side, as Antico under the current IMC, players of my tone more Magiska, see a tone player Jiska, I'm saying you know pay. But that's still near Gadas, see 50,000, and I wish to say 150 to 200,000. But check the number of players akotokwa to mo release o so mo nkokwa. So we run football club say ya. Zutu. Any 10 years na club ne ko bankruptcy. Because they be ane de o ya ne say auto players no pamomo, auto players no pamomo. Enya kotokonko a ekọ has, ekọ all Ghanaian Premier League clubs. Eti ya no ayi me feel say the administrative personnel no so a problem. And the way they think and the way they do football. We are more
nipa no.
Sadia no na wo ba bia wo. A drew point bi no Zoto. Ne football club ano mo kase yete se kotokwa. All that they were thinking was 3 points. But football na ba be drew stage bia. Abeye sikasem. Ansa na 3 points no kra obenya no. This is sika. It is a sika no de bi ko na wan fa bia ma. Yete aye kan Liverpool asemi. Zoto, who say Liverpool? Aside sika o ma generate recently. Enye players so ma tonton omu any sika bet ni mu a. Competitors can go to Ishak mo. Time ano omu ni so man 150 million go to player.
Okay, me pesa me ba personnel na asem. You see? Unless you fast akoye adwuma ma AC Milan. You cannot so much change from how AC Milan do things. A bad thing. And you will be able to be and a man grofo a pee free you say my resign ya dear no. Ed didn't say ni papa could be changing the entire subculture of because I know say guys from here born we have come close to them. And some can they know.
I don't think
but so. So some of them are your friends. They know what we are saying. But remoi Many is so many because they all came.
Boss, what I'm sorry. Some of them come myself. Omunim, even before I'm joining, same person. Okay.
You have to play to the guy.
Yeah, not a different or the back. Say, I found say, but maybe I be fat team A or team B. No, at the for also so. Then I would have become home.
I'm example. The supporters want you to win the league. mpesa o shia kotone ba kotokone aze de mfa ni agro
Aye.
kwa bi e be fa so ase bi o se hye supporters yi o sha ni be pejaw nti wo be che o management numa hye ha asemaye nti do be bia o plans a wo nyina no e bia nka pesa o building in a certain way long term imagine so bi baba catch supporters so enya 3 points na eje free house on hia mo de mo me enko ne sei na ensho mienu nto aso unless it be a habit no aka kire mo say oh yeah rebuilding and you are able to push it with your personality ne ade nyina mo matiase
and say it come back to the next track I can say the administrators mo
because kura no
Today
heading
you can't get it.
me see people sit in their studio and tell say kotokode yes an ye no we kotokode ana ye ask the enye say you
It's my memory example.
so the pressure on them nti momo execute what they know
Tama aya na omo ba ya na there are too much laxity with mama
Years back, Mr. 2 years back, European football they be a example. O man no mo je cap pa. O man na club bonus no Oscar. Okay. Men ka sa asesa. Then nipa bit na dem realize him say ba ko fo ade yo no. E be do time bi ne nsa betimi agene. E bia no ni hobiem. Then oni hobiem a football club ne begu. Egu a e be affect association na o join no. So, you have a financial fair play, or spend it within their generating. You cannot move beyond their generating. It's almost structure, baby. It's the say Asna, or the man for Asna, example. Andra Beta Yamokofani, a sporting director, or the no crown to a bass na finances no one on one who player now, yeah, Asna finance for the take decision. Said the club was strengthening to buy the player or not, and I say negotiation how we should even structure the payment in this annual money. Okay, yeah, go find better, but yeah, fanaba mizutu to fit into how the club should be run.
That's what I'm talking about.
It would have been a free from UEFA now show football so Europe no. Nemra now there ba na san there ba clubs no. Enu akina me kan se bua ba na won tema say nipa da sani bia no say o man opportunity say onye de opa kam zo to na wiase ne ka say kene mi hia me ma bo asum na me kom ba bi me hwe na ma hoden me wa hoden chen na sika bi kura na me pese me giska na me ba na ma ba bo na ma giska na me
bo
but emra wo ho
na mo je ba na
because ukura sika na me be bo sesie ya o de me ko police station a ye ba ba chiminti no ehu bia be hye me mu say mentimi nkobo emaji usika ema afa me nkoto police station so what me chana see ye ha na ye problem ne say nyame ncha de ene caf e de sa anyoma ni nyina aba e football nim enya awe ho say 2024-2025 season e be Premier League not a single Premier League venue and at the club licensing board can say we they qualified to host the Premier League game but FNA say mama monko bobo say you say ebede na football nti omofa nipa ne na oba mizoto sometime na enya ne sika na wate ne team ebia wo wanchi sometime aseme de mo bona mo nya 3 points na krumo fo ani gi amawie but ubetimi a sustain this idea with the next 10 years
nti wo no so no obeya ama no na 3 years woko
etina meka se ni nyina no come back
wo na adu sika na asem hinye ni sika ma me ya
etu kono mo kono mizoto clubs here tie o de yen kan okrepa revenue dey so your accountant o de gan chartered accountant Ghanaian clubs do say ena mizoto o ma fa accountant ebi omo a business department mo sa pe mo ni po mo qualification we nyina se club na e spend there economy department zoto omo na eba be review ni nyina hu se expenses here ye kwa akoyi ebe boa ye ne o kire ebe boa ye enko fansuson so bi amre club nana
and also I think say ni nyina so kan the cost na ye club ni dwane free ho no enti because e scan ho enti no we say staff yi kra na even the players they are the actual players kra no yeah the cost of form contract ne kra na wo form eno no na ma ye timi buso ntem no because scan no one is so the exit clauses no enye clear na ho financial no na say yes as yesu the FIFA model of the duration aka wo no u tua ni nyina but enu imagine say sanka the 15 players ye for omu say bia obia wage crowd e bia $5,000 a month and $5,000 a month anka ye bet mapamo omo en blocks the enu ti na so an say player o hwie pa ye nyanka ye bepam no nanso ne pamo na ye den eti na wo be professor on tena osa eti most leader ma ye players no o ma katua no susua and eno na ekọ the other side eti there ya ne advocate class ne almost sign long term but long term in favor clubs no because one only data only bibia player no eti yen try ne menhwe eti players ni be oba first season enfa second enfa ebia na third na afa ebia enfa eti eno no o long term emwa club the other year the players oba ya ma 2000 ni assign of 5 years ye kromu and so me kra da na me hu ye contract ni bi ye ni ye the increase in every year say bia I was signing as a sign of 5 years ye be increase ni bia 20%. It just say udi agwa be sign 5 years ama club okromu na de oja for the next 5 years and na I no pay ye ka ye inflation sem ne it will be 2000 sa akusi 2029 be dem players no it just a long term more players no
it's back to asama ye ken and I make say when you appoint the right people me to ene Ghana ha your football clubs obeje di say your football clubs for Ghana ha sika omutua edema referees to fix games zoto your football clubs for ha sika omutua edema referees
evidence
na Ghana league so just only evidence answer sika omutua ma referees to fix games season ni wie no e ka o ma ball referees no e cha aketua o de ma players a chakatua how de ma players it's what I'm trying to say ni say because ye na lazy entimi implementing mrana and they CAF credible na CAF Champions League ye boy CAF Champions League ye boy do o training facility say unya women's team meboa eso submit o financial report esa CAF who say the financial strength to participate in this competition.
Yeah.
And yes, I am quite so usimisika samint mi mobiem. Obe good competition any man. So to the imagine say. So to me. But yeah had there because ye F na kwa ni say nam for sem. It is a obed team any sika ni bi kura na obi ti baby was my yiska mo so munkutufu. Empedo say na beti yiska na tofu so vengu ni bas mkobobo.
Rich. Only no better na fe.
Nti like from the near one thing I me who with ye clubs mostly na the best years are a both party the 3 years no we play and I was signing 3 years because the players in Ghana you see or committed to the club na
3 the one just sign you
sir
is a player one more 2
years
better because all signing na ni sign have
only dey obepa one check new management also take place and they also want to sign their players and they back also no say obi aba for person also sign players meaning they was signing
players no me any problem
coach bi aba so
but me dey say make sure say they work to aba no do say ba say okay
receive value
ya van say bia has ne kotoko ya appoint management okay technical team management at Nasi you perceive release 20 players then you be some question she say 20 players say number somebody ba okay 15 e here go first no
one ebusa one answer question
hey now who say ayi o dey say obent me say
team rap
okay say 100 better oh sorry ya no akọ
there be o jibo dey o can here when there is an administrative structure in place say ye dey adwuma na ma wo say wow ye no you are responsible for income and expenditure revenue and expenditure enti ma me mfa ma dwene nye na me nche kwa me fa so disika ba na onim ni o eya adwuma ru afọ no wo Ghana nye football nko a they fail to appreciate the fact that se unyi obi ni wona adwene ma mfa na adwuma enti odi adwuma na ahyɛ wonsa no obeso no na sa control adwuma no oyasa udua salary man ba ko di kwa ti adwuma bi ade andra beta ya wa bai se sika da ha o spend no ye wo kwan wo so ne na teta ne anyu mo ko fa se sika ne ba o ti se de abombo sia to spend
o se me ba season ni so a ebia e ba mo
ya generate sen
ebia club
by position
club ne bia
what is your target?
You have 50 million to spend. But based on how you want to strengthen the team, maybe the club will need around 250 million. Okay. See, I go to players, some year upgrade over, or man no more honor. Then we need to sell some, generate money, add to what the club no. Then here they are.
So the whole system is built around how much you make.
Yeah, no. Yes, you can blame the club owners. But BBM Zoto, you also need people to change how environment is operating.
No, but would they allow you to change it?
No, on say for
so no no. Omo fi say omo ni made ne sen on ya be fa say be boy you.
Me adom ne amo adwuma.
Ya me adom wanya adwuma ya na be che nyansa.
So me on say na
GG nyansa what is that me that? Omo nyansa fa wa nyansa please can be.
Bi wa adwuma.
Nya me ma ko pe bisika na wo be kire me say enye ni say.
But the bit my boy the club licensing the finance aspect no woman. So ka ye di no so dey na no ka say I want me bo CAF tournament na ye kwa no agai because what present our accounts am hu last year.
Oh yes straight omo nto aba na ma president we two. So diegum omo nto omo na igensi omo. The president also very smart. I'll do what you want for me, then I keep my presidency 3 terms.
Into progress no.
So bad.
Yeah.
Baby, I say what they can pound out. Na me kebi. It's not on temase. But you see, you realize that woman you're okay with the system that they are in.
That's the question. Why can you be okay in a business you are splashing cash and you are not making profit? How can you be okay?
But you so they be a minimum woman no my age, but be an back me no be age. They are okay, they are okay.
Deep down they want changes.
They will complain what say. But they almost complain no mess I be next season.
Deep down they wish there will be changes. They hope there will be changes. But I said there's this idea. They are trying to accept some you be say as a handsana. Nti emfa one mentality or the beba no as wagia tum say had sa na aye nti no let me get close to the dirty games of survival.
Antonio football club.
Go FC.
Unu ma dey man good to me there.
Referee for no.
So it get to a point. So let me join the dirty games of surviving. Oh. Now what just dirty games not to not no one can or conanim. As a sana yana and your man akwa it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. Ejuma to every day Ushia farmers they are thinking of new ways to make money. Ushia will be our bio school is looking at new ways to make money. Media houses, new ways to make money. And then they do football for Kawo football club.
Kawo would you wish for? Your ball league any sponsor. Anyway, nano na ese aban so be momska, and I don't know how sustainable that will be.
That one will be, yeah.
Yet the people who are yet here come as for they were at a congress endorsing a 3rd term presidency. 3rd term for their presidents, not one person. And then modi infuse what chema no mo ye ya so monia say enkofu ye mo mu fie nan ka ho a ombese
Till America go to.
Enu na ekira say they are okay with what is going on.
They are not okay, but as omagiatum. I want to me ko tibia bi mu.
I didn't even to my own okay.
No, want to me ko tibia bu abrabu na so. They aba na aba.
Abraka bi to masesa no.
But they feel that they don't have enough strength to force changes. As omu ya nyina ya agiatum say aha no. We so sesa ebegu ntini yentenemu. Oh, and we have a long way to go. We have a long way to go.
To say Ghana your constitution. I di bo man. By Sako Twaba.
Yeah.
A leader. Dintia. koyi president yɛntwa
tell no so
Say constitution ama ko.
na see
ɔnhwɛ sɛ mmara no a yɛayɛ no yɛbɛtumi de ayɛ adwuma wɔ man
yeah.
so ɔtene nkyɛ no ase yɛha yɛ football yɛayɛ yi yɛwɔ mmara a yɛde yɛ football no okay ɛna yɛasa akɔto aba ne yɛakɔyi wɔ bi ɛde no ato ano sɛ wɔhwɛ
ɔmɛhwɛ mmara no ma
ɔsɛ na mɛka sɛ bi
munya
sɛ
interpretation
nipa biara no ma ne fa ho deɛ nipa biara pɛ nipa bi ɔte asase so biara no ma ne fa ho deɛ sɛ fa wo pɛ yɛ deɛ wo pa nipa biara pɛ but the sign of a good leader ne sɛ zoto enu time a womfiri hɔ no yɛbɛtumi abɔ wo din sɛ wode saa nsesa wei nsesanyɛ wei ne baeɛ leader biara wobɛfiri wɔ bi a te sɛ the current FA president owura me saketo kreko zoto wode yɛmfa the biggest competition of the FA, which is the Ghana Premier League. Say ni 2 term yi so. Say the almost the akando mbeko court na court akochirichirim. So betimi stand for 3rd term. Am for start ye ho adwuma.
Every once congress every
The congress the waje atum. By say ono current FA president betimi stand for 3rd term no.
So take retrospective.
Yes, I know ne baby a.
Na retrospective bi animo.
Retrospective.
There be any.
As at the time I would be president, na Sam ran my.
Na mai. But say memra na ba.
Come call you no mko say memra say president bi abeko 1 term.
Aha, nti era anka we no anka affect no say we di tu no. Anko free so a de obeba bio na ntimi ni. Enti for now no de on say ye ka next congress. Say ye ko na ye ka ye say ye president ntimi ne 3. Enti say we ye president na we di 2 a. We entitled to 1 enti say ebia ye ra kwasi nyanyantachi say ye mfa say the time we di 2 na ye mra na e cap 2 na okoya with emra we na aba no ye ra kwasi betima sa be di ba ko na soso because emra we na ma no kwan say ultimi kotere eni bibia enkyere say eyiket betima ko 1 2 3 asan dia ka 2 e hom na 5 dabi ekyere say no nipa bia wodi president wo kromu no ye mra ne say untimi nko more than 3 say eye one a o say o ko wachi dia de wadi de like untimi fan panishe no say because we di o second one no say ya captain say ye one a ene ye de panishe because o ko na sa amra ni no but utrem ko 3 dia eye additional one ne betima so ama no untimi nka say
No, that's one argument. The other argument is that as at obedi president, na mrana ne sen.
Na mrana say ye 2 times na a president of ekuri betimako.
Enti no say was I would do president. Obu okra ka 3 kra ko ma. Konim say 3 kra ko ma gina mbu. Enti was I would di no. Say ko semra say obitimi ko 3 a wo sa mrana no nka ho. Wo say you fresh from people contesting.
Debbie.
That's interpretation. Who be no?
We discuss our game I feel so sad. Once I hear or ha me can me jai. When you discuss our game, I feel so sad because I say you know, if you're a business person, the last time I was on TikTok, me too. Utimu say knowledge about. There's knowledge. I'm out for pour out wisdom when it comes to the omesia. Yes.
What
building
structure.
Just say
3-bedroom.
When it comes to football, football business,
musicians
or more pour out. Just say the knowledge.
When I go about just say beat mobile new beat tone.
There's knowledge all over.
Yeah.
And the first na just say be Kurani as well be free Ghana. Ema no kotena Brazil kosua de omo ye wo ho.
Yeah.
Say Zoom meetings and practicals. Amount for and now see the major leagues in Europe. Oma skipo, oma fatra yen bebia ye dina ya yen hu de yen ye ho anu no. Just abraba wo ba. Nipa bi atwa ho asi omo ben wo nya so mo wa akire o. O to wonsa so ni mu. Na wo ayira kwan na ono nam kwan pa no so. Na wo se still obey ira kwan. On the first with me, I know be and bound. There's all do tip and pen.
Uditum the wire answer. Now be on one is to the wire answer.
So won't tell us a mundin to Somaira.
Debbie.
Who's on me? Okay. Oh,
It's in America. The Kenya back to leadership. Emrana da hono. leader na waba no mzutu kwan obefa so yede mra na be ye adwuma because ye mra se mzutu ebebo nipa ho ba ebe improve ba bia ye wode akọ a different stage hwe da bena na me ni obedi modi nkomo say any 3-4 years mzutu bank for be ja tell us omo for adwuma and they utu kwan no that is the truth and they utu kwan mzutu banks be ma close no na se meti hey when was the last time I call bank when was the last time I call bank o for mobile phone scanner wo hia
transaction
scanner wo
daily na dey on
me say scanner wo hia
sika gu bag mu a wa vango
na say instant bank transfer through your email say me ene hwan na me zo to nipa do say na na ma no atam 1 million Ghana cedis na eda no it is me transfer 1 million Ghana cedis ma sometime I just pick my phone we call me email papa me come bank mu ma send the amount obehwe account mu na dem it e be do point bi no tell us omo te bank no bank for kwa baka say na mo kwa mo ti ade na mo ye
mo do so bet
so ti dem tena say ena na me ga say utu kwan a na aboche banks bebre opom office kwa wu hu omo opom office kwa wu hu omo ye
ni pe bua ba wiase na
ni pe bua eti e de ne say me so tu enyoma be bua ma football na improve no eno na ese leader ne hwe no ye enye min ohwe dey
also ohwe
David
Oye.
ohwe dey anyway
I mean maybe ohwe
anyway because me to say ade a ohwa kayen timi mo league new stage bi na a club CEO metna radio so meka say the players bobo a edu point bi a ono wo farm into otiti kwadu a no amomu bi so mo ni die ti wa ko mo ko
mo energy
mo kodu so mo ni die bi ko market ya kam nti ya no mo kodu so mo nye kodu no mo kofia no maton kate no mo de aboso na so mo timi edidi se de be ya ale ade achi a o beti abatu if this is the state of our football mzuto are ho oye de me de mzuto the way baby a wiase ne kwani baby a yegina no mzuto ye wachi
o mu ni obi adu zu hairo
no it's true asema wo bede kan no kwa
odu za for say waira
obi also ko tamale mzuto na wo do some run about so some run about ebi ya ka chense ya ka chense o tamale o kwa do some run about odu some run about wo buafa abrepo junction kwan e na wonam sinam so to ko street
ko fa komanda
na asem nyina ne say de o che ne kwan se odu some run about onko into oko sa na football na ba be eti
revenue 5 point na yenji kakra so so last sorry Lamina Zaba biom o se DSTV ni entwam ti so ope say o de politics ha esi yes 21st ibo say na man for be so say is that confirmed?
Oh yeah, it's confirmed.
Say 20 omo ti so metnase
free started from 7th August and a call 30th August and a move from 30th August
akwa no ntumi ntwa mu
6th August
and a sako 6 September
which I ne
and a call 21st
and it's a call 21st
Jata Williams vim no so ten I don't know political undertone but even to was hey once the research people national security for be adwuma kakra won say one we na ko to adi um na ko fa abato nzuzu anso bre ya nti hwe ne ka ni nyimo mu check answer nti postponement na e basa no bebedu bem na sembe de otwam angofo be ka say
on the other
angofo na stop
say kra no
na sembe de
na sem credit
say DSTV no e amanfo adwuma wo
ani
yoto hwe omo ma bie omo tunton decoders ye de ekwe ye de ye wa yoto any the sponsor your friends bash e bia be ko bash adwuma no yoto na nipa wa employ mo mbro 20 so tell me chance mo mbro 20 bash seso no e bia kumase ye woni pa be 1000 a mo so ton decoders a mo be get supply e bia DSTV it is a utwama check the number of people mzoto on be unemployed It was some na kan sa nyoma ni nyina no omo check you
omo hwe ni nyina
if they are from Bugana mra bi su na bibi anka e support o
dey bi
omo mra bi aso on na
Bugana voice
obu ye diva
air force yanka otu ado asem ne sane dia
some Monday ho
Monday ne bebo
e bebo na wia o ana ye beka se soja for kwa akon wa
me to ma de na say once you need
coach abo 13 games and as well we need say 5 and one draw and why they will lose 5 and about 3 now omo to na blaster management committee ne FA president ne ho am to so mo team and a coach record near and right minister na say na special assistant to say be can asem and no kure hu chen minister na budget na otete so no o say
no so mo cheche nsemu
o say blasters team no eba for a game ebi omo ba be di 2 days 3 days they say abeya no meda ho say 2 days kura per dem na say etwa no for 7 days
sir
amu twa no maje te 2 days kura friendly game
o say etwa 7 days more
amu twa 7 days more no maje
there's no 2 days I mean maintenance because international break bi aron mo kono enye 2 days
international friendly game
daily
the time we would be reporting
yeah international break bi enu a boys na ba mo ba di 2
na ya ko international break ya bo 1 game pe o dawo
na say international game nya na ebo 2 match
and but the omo report
the import of his argument was that per them means per day. So if you spend 10 days, you are paid 10 days. The import was that there are times they have not spent 7 days, but you know what concern buy between 7 days.
But no, Mr. Me be if Jibo recently.
That this is
no sir now. I'm buy recently.
Last year there was one international period, friendly period, international period. Yeah, but just one game. Oh, beba.
No, but I'm saying that
you know, Yakobo in the US will America. No, you how many games? Just one.
You 2 games. You can't go home. Share. Is it Mexico? Mexico the cash and about you.
Debbie.
Oh, you about 2 games.
You about 1 game. Nancy, you go to play.
Jibo, you about 2 games.
Number 2, no.
Number 2, no. You about 1 game. And the only time, ni. And the only time. Messi.
Camp no mantem oba no obeji 7 days ni bi
and I make as nice import say players obi na map
obi aba
na map obi very report to Sunday obi ba Monday
no oba no obeji scan nyina pe
that's the point the man
scan nyina ma no
per day the number of days abeba no say calculate them
there be ani aba betua na dem ba omo de omo ye ne fix say 2 or 3 or 7
and goes on with them
so what the be chance and the man ya ho say
to say
you still
rent na ye basu
you still get people to defend this blasters na ye can under this current FA enye bibia o but the issue is mzoto we ni GFA o mabo mo hwe Ghana football so a blasters e bo matcha ye wo Ghana for do no mbenya nkomo lusu
oh ampa Ghana for mbeze lusu ba so sanya unya Ghana ni biem
no mzoto
o be se Ghana lusu
obi Ghana ni biem pese DSTV kra be conform
one mbeze DSTV be conform mamu nyina no zibo
ya ba be do period ya blasters under this current administration yeah enjoy your worst period over the history of the Black Stars and there's something you cannot take it away say you tear you can say after any child game here ball 1-1 any dey see before child game am say am for say and the minister na some sani dia be kan you know asa asem no na soldier ni bai na mzutu okwa akon a so wako military ma soldier ni bia no mzutu okwa akon a obeyi ni man yesi nchen so wako fight for the personal interest
ni sika so ntino ame aboye
and this excuse no mo dey man say
ya tiri place ndo yegugu gala yekun asi
yakun eti sani dia asem na wo kam to o tra se dwene ho a onti ase and na see about games to na minister bia may press conference the issue is the current state of our Black Stars any decisions are taking no rade adan ebo game na me hwa de bi o de fa ne se otuado ya bo game na odwe woni team am so to changes one again nti se coach bi anobeko assistant ho Otuo do dan nani an assistant ye John Pencil
oh so free
oh
papa no ni obroni no so
we dey free the radio Otuo do to nani ko bencha de okwa akwaji advice
John Pencil so already abo Premier League yes yeah so be dey be share on Zakito ni ade obi a Sam George onyantwam munyina mo go fie nko World Cup qualifiers no okay
the match is on the 21st September
21st ada Sam George betwam no Ngoma birthday
21st
Ngoma birthday
Patrick
referee
Tanguy Jean-Philippe Villers
wabaga na hada na
the Dennis will be abaga na hada
okay o say promote French no mo ko we na chiri kwa
you are not being fair
both
to me
assistants in are boring
Ivory Coast for never
assistant no
Cantona birthday
assistant no
because I'm the referee ni
first assistant Nuhu Watara
Hugo Watara
Nuhu
oh okay
and Lassine Koni a second assistant
okay
and fourth referee no and also Ibrahim Khalilu Touare to man never Ghana
right embassy
so na enye dua birthday no ma no
see aya na
ana ma ya o ti afi na
ya na yenim solo na de ba na yentere 1021
Bakari Jamais and a match commissioner
already
say first no me to say no breaking news
yeah
and a referee
this internet who referee be di match
that's all on artist so
e ba solo ni krakra ni sen kan
we dua Cantona birthday
yeah dua kan
na motivation is sen so ben sa
me
Cantona
o ni passe
hey
Columbus Ohio
hey
o ni passe
Cantona
to
wama obeda tiese
to asa Alezwa no keo o ni po Alezwa
Jesu di pa me
o ni passe
so bad o be say business wa ti ase o